in, y'all. Come on in. Come on. Yeah. Welcome.
Oh, yeah. We're walking.
I do not own the rights to the music playing in the background. That is my friend, Dr. Pastor Pamela Lucas. She is right here on social media. I have the right to play this intro. She created it just for me. So go and check her out.
We got talent from the Lord, and we're here to show the world the talent that we have is here to change your world. We're walking in purpose, yeah. We're walking
know that you didn't get dropped out of the sky.
Yeah.
You got a purpose.
We're walking with Angela,
and that's me.
Walking with purpose, showing the world all that we have. 'Cause God gave it to us, and we don't want to bury it. So we are here to show the world we're walking in purpose, yeah. We're walking in purpose, yeah.
Come on in.
Angela.
Yeah, that's me, y'all. That's me.
Gonna show the world what we have. Gonna show the world what we have.
Well, good morning, and I want to welcome you guys to another Monday morning motivation half hour power with the Queen. Of course, I am the Queen of Collaboration, your certified life coach and self-publishing coach, here to let you know that you didn't get dropped out of the sky, that you were strategically placed here, that you got a purpose. So know that you have purpose on this morning. If you're tuning in live or if you're hearing the replay, know that it is not by chance. It is not an accident. It was all preordained. So thank you for tuning in on today. Those that are tuned in on Blog Talk Radio, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Unfortunately, we're not able to tune in on Instagram today because I have a very special guest that's going to be stopping by and sharing with us on today. But let me go ahead and for those that do not know who I am, let me introduce myself really quick. Okay, so I am affectionately known as the Queen of Collaboration around these social media streets. I love to collaborate. I love to bring people together. I want everybody to know that they have purpose, that they did not get dropped out of the sky. This month of April, we are bringing awareness to poets as well as bringing awareness to mental health, because our mental health does matter. So y'all know I am in the midst of creating a poetry anthology that's going to be focused on mental health. It's going to drop at the end of this month. Also, have a couple of things that I really want y'all to participate in. Y'all have the opportunity to really show your support, show your love. For everybody that say they love the Queen, this is your opportunity to really, truly show me that you love me by supporting the things that I do. So I have a couple of things that I need you guys to do for me. So, of course, y'all know I was nominated for International Hall of Fame Broadcasting Class of 2023. The voting process is going to start shortly, but I need you guys to make sure that you are following me so that when the voting process starts, I'm going to need you guys to participate. I need you guys to show your support for me and the things that I do across all of my platforms. But I was nominated over on the WBNN. For those that really, truly follow me know that my show airs every 4 weeks on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Over there on Ngozi Multimedia, LLC. Good morning, Patrice. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. But again, also, there is 3 nominations that came down from Charlotte, North Carolina. The Crew Podcast. Y'all know I am one of the founding partners behind the Crew Podcast. So we were nominated for New Internet Show of the Year. Y'all can go over and cast your votes right now. You can go over to smgospelawards.com/voting. I'm going to make sure that I post that link, but you can go over to smgospelawards.com/voting. Cast your vote for The Crew Podcast. You can also cast your vote for HTA Enterprise, which is our marketing company that comprises of myself, Dr. Tamala, and Hezekiah Morris. So y'all can vote for us on the HTA Enterprise and the Crew Podcast. Y'all can also vote for Hezekiah Morris for Author of the Year. So y'all have an opportunity to really support the Crew Podcast and show us how much you love us. And you can support the Queen. Show me how much you love me. Y'all all say you love me, so you can show me how you love me. And it won't cost you a thing. It will just cost you a little time and just a punch of a button and twiddling of your fingers, but it won't cost you 1 red cent. I mean, who don't like to do something for free? I love sharing love when it's free, when it don't cost me nothing. It make me want to share a little more. So I want y'all to go out here, show us some love, support the things that we're doing so that we can continue to do the things that we're doing. So with that being said, y'all, I have a very special guest that's stopping by today, going to be sharing. Y'all know I have a lot on my plate, and y'all know that I do a lot, so I'm always all over the place. But there are a lot of things that are near and dear to me, and one thing is, y'all know that I love to be a platform where individuals can share their voice and allow their voices to be heard, because for too long, people have silenced us. They have gave out the narrative that they wanted to give out about us, and they keep stuff silent. So I give a shout out to all of my fellow Black people that are in media, because Black media matters, because they have been telling our narrative and telling our story for a long time. Now we have the opportunity to do that. So hats off to all the podcasters, all the radio hosts, all the TV personalities, all those that are being a voice for our brown community. Thank you for standing up and being that voice. Well, y'all, I'm going to move out the way really quick. I have someone that stopped by the studio to share with me on today. This person has become near and dear to my heart. I had the opportunity to interview this person, and his story captured my heart. All the time we hear of stories and we hear things, but when you can physically talk to somebody and hear their story and hear the things that they are enduring, it makes it a little different. So this one kind of hit my heart. And when they say, when you see something, do something about it. Well, I have this slogan right now that we are the change that we want to see, that we desire to see in this world. We are that change. I can no longer sit quietly. So I am providing a platform for those that want to be heard. So today I have Mr. Cornell Drummer. He's in the building, and he's going to be sharing with us on today. Mr. Cornell, how are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing great, Miss Angela. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. I can't complain. I thank God for being on this side of the living. I got another chance. Anytime I get another chance to get it right, another chance to impact lives, I count it a joy and a privilege. So definitely, I'm honored to be here on today. If you would, please share with the listeners just a little bit about who you are, and then we're going to jump right into your story.
Okay, my name is Mr. Cornell Drummer, and I'm a Texas prison inmate in Texas in the John B. Conley unit. I've been here for like 32 years, and since then, I've been trying my best to try to, be a voice for the Texas prison inmates down here in Texas. And thank you for having me on, Ms. Angela.
So I have a couple of questions because a lot of people, they wonder, how can somebody be wrongfully or overly incarcerated? Can you please give some light on your story and what this journey, I really want people to understand what this journey has been like for you and shed some light on your story so that more people can hear about it. And maybe it would prompt somebody to want to share, because I have individuals that tune in from Texas and from all over the world, and maybe it will touch somebody's heart and make them want to share or make them want to reach out and see what they can do. So if you would, please share your story.
Okay, ma'am. Well, in 1992, I was accused of a crime. Well, in 1990, I was accused of a crime of murder. And being accused of the crime of the murder, I was accused under the Texas law parties. And what had happened was that after being accused, little did I know homicide detectives had taken and fabricated and falsified all of the documents to have me placed as a party to the offense of the murder. Well, when I went to court, I was represented by a former Bexar County Assistant District Attorney who placed me between an all-white jury trial, and from there the jury found me guilty for the offense of murder. But like I say, little did I know all of the documents in my case and all of the evidence in my case was falsified or fabricated it to make me this individual party to the murder. And since this time, I have done a lot of research and study and come to find out that this is an operation. This is just not no one-case individual situation. And that here in the state of Texas, a lot of Texas prison inmates down here are suffering from the same operations. And our Texas legislators and representatives are not doing enough to try to, stop these operations from taking place. So as a result of this here, lots of us are serving countless years in prison systems without any help. So we're trying to find anybody who's willing to support us to get this information out to our state representatives and, our lawmakers to try to change the laws and reform our criminal justice system down here. Because like I said, it's very hard down here trying to, get a voice. And this is what we're reaching out for, anybody who's willing to support us in this area. And, with that being said, like I say, I'm, willing to try to do whatever I can down here to be a voice for people down here. And, we need some people to support us. So if that's okay with you.
So I asked this question. So if I go to Google and Google corruption in Texas, there's so much going to come up. There's so many things that come up. And it does not resonate to me to how we can Google and so much come up and then there's nobody doing anything about it. How can we as people sit and allow things to continue to go on and happen in our backyard and we just continue to turn a blind eye and close our ears to what's being said, what we're hearing, and what we're seeing? I don't understand. How can the government not know that they are messing up and that they're doing wrong? And how can the people that elect these people sit by and continue to allow these people to do this? Because I Googled corruption in Texas, and it came up, and so much stuff come up, and you looking at the stuff that they do. They giving these people slap on the wrist. They slapping their hands and sending them home, but then the people that they've done this to, they still sitting in prison and serving time that they shouldn't be serving.
Okay, that you said that's a good thing that you spoke of that, Mrs. Angela. Ma'am, well, you know, I just come to discover a news reporter had went to a police department for me, ma'am, to request for some documents. And when she did, she was surprised to learn that all of the documents in this case were sent to the Texas Attorney General's office, which I had no clue about. And come to find out, it has been the Texas Attorney General here in the state of Texas withholding these documents from public review, which the documents have been falsified and fabricated and the evidence, and I had no clue about this. So what I end up having to do, ma'am, trying to get an investigation, I have filed a $100 million lawsuit against the office of the Texas Attorney General as of right now, because Texas officials are not willing to investigate their own corruption, ma'am. So here's why we need a voice down here. And we have a few people down here trying to be a voice. And one of these individuals is named Mrs. Jessica Dickinson. And she's of the Texas Prison Community Advocacy Group. And they speak to the representatives here in the state of Texas. And they are trying to find people to support them and to, help them with these situations. So, like I say, yes, the Texas Attorney General is even involved in this. So we need a voice for people to stand up, with us and help us, challenge the government. That's what we need.
So oftentimes we hear about the NAACP and other organizations that's supposed to be for civil rights. Have they not taken a interest in what is going on in the state of Texas? Have they also turned a blind eye?
Well, you know what, ma'am? Since my incarceration, ma'am, I have reached out to all of these individuals. I have reached out to the NAACP, the American Civil Liberties Union, and I'm talking about every organization here in the state of Texas about this operation. And still it come to find out that these people are not, they say they don't have the resources, they don't have the staff, they don't have the money. And, it's sad because, year after year after year after year, here I am still writing and filing complaints to the same people. But we're not getting nowhere, nobody to, help us with these issues. So that's why right now, as of right now, I've been forced to file a $100 million lawsuit against the Texas Attorney General. But I'm by myself now. Okay, and the people that I'm filing with, they are on the sides of the Texas Attorney General because these are the same individuals who process the investigation into the same operation that I'm filing a complaint about. So I know that they're going to do everything in their power to protect the Texas government, to protect the courthouses, to protect these judges in this corruption here in the state of Texas. So unless we get a voice, ma'am, or a petition going for somebody to help us put pressure on the Texas Attorney General or the Texas lawmakers and them to investigate the corruption here in the state of Texas, nothing's going to happen, ma'am.
Well, I have been sharing your story. Like I say, I ran across Jerome, and that was how I was able to connect with you. But he had shared some information through, it's called the Lone Star, the Texas Lone Star, Part 1, 2, and 3. Well, I've actually ran Part 1 and 2 inside of the magazine. Part 3 will be coming out in May's edition leading up to June 10th, because we're going to be talking about the 13th Amendment and why we should not be celebrating Juneteenth. A lot of people, they celebrate Juneteenth because they think that, we're actually free, but we will never be totally free until they abolish the 13th Amendment, because the 13th Amendment allows servitude, slavery, pretty much in open sight, open view. It's just another form of slavery. And I keep telling people, as long as we have these incarcerations like that, and then you look at the amount of people that are incarcerated, you look at the amount of brown people incarcerated towards the amount of other people, other races incarcerated, we triple, quadruple, and in some places 5 times more than the other races. And you can't tell me that is normal. You look at House Bill 1020, that is being passed in Mississippi. Not only that, you look at House Bill 999 that's trying to be passed in Florida. And if my brown people don't wake up and realize what is really taking place, you know, they right now they got this Trump stuff going on so that they can disguise everything else that is being done to further push us back. When we're supposed to be coming forward and should be coming out of a lot of this stuff that we're experiencing, we're not. You look at House Bill 999 in Florida. If people don't wake up and realize all of these sororities, these black sororities, are going to be non-existent in the state of Florida. They are right now trying to do away with how they ban the books and ban the different teachings of black history and different things that they've done. They are about to get ready to ban these all-black sororities and fraternities. That is on House Bill 999 in the state of Florida, for those that do not know. And then House Bill 1020, they segregate in the court system in Mississippi. And then they say that this is supposed to help bring racial justice. How? How is that going to, by you separating the court system, how is that going to bring racial bias and racial justice by it being separate? You telling me that it's okay for white people to sit on black people's cases, but it's not okay for black people to sit on white people's cases? That's nothing but leading to more segregation and more discrimination, and is causing more separation amongst the people. And it's sad.
Well, that's a good thing that you spoke of that, ma'am, because, you know, like I say, I had no clue, ma'am, that I was a part of an operation. And when I realized I was a part of an operation, I knew that this couldn't have just happened to me. Okay, like I said, I was in 2 separate all-white jury trials with the doors locked. Okay, and I know that if that happened to me, it had to happen to other people. When you spoke of the exposure of the Texas criminal justice system, and you spoke of exposure to the Lone Star Chamber. Well, the brother Jerome Wilson, he's a very positive influence, you know what I'm talking about. This guy's words are strong because he tells these people in his articles about the differences and recognizing the difference between being incarcerated and slavery. Okay, and he's showing how we got a Texas attorney general down there who was indicted for a crime, and they dismissed his indictment, but here it is, they're indicting everybody else, when here it is, the Texas attorney general's indictment didn't have a memorandum on it. Thousands of Texas prison inmates' indictments don't have memorandums on them. So how is it logically possible that he's different from us? So this is what Mr. Jerome is trying to point out, that there's a difference in how they're processing other people as opposed to how they're processing the Texas Attorney General.
And not only that, I want to bring attention to the right now case, the Donald Trump case, because if you look at and y'all go and listen to Ted Cruz, who is he's a senator for the state of Texas, and you listen to his podcast and listen to how he's breaking down the different things and telling us what should not have happened to Trump and what should have happened and what should have. But then you think about what he's saying and apply it to what has been done in the state of Texas. So how is it good for? It's not good for the geese, but it's good for the whatever, the Gonda, whatever they call it. How can it not be? It be good for Trump, but not be good for our black people. So now you telling me, so if Trump can get away with this, and this cannot happen because he's Trump, then okay, then why don't we go back and look at all these other cases that y'all have done this to? The same thing that y'all saying should not be done to Trump, that y'all have done to our black people that are incarcerated right now in the state of Texas. We have political prisoners right here in the United States, and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Like, we need to stop being silent. It may not be happening to your family member right now, but who's to say? Who's to say you may not be next? Because these people don't care. They've already said if you come to Texas, you better come to Texas correct, because if you come and you make a mistake, you lost. You done. They throwing away, especially if you're black. They locking you up and throwing away the key. They're going to throw the book at you. They're going to try to give you the highest and the longest time that they can give you. But other people, they will give you a slap on the wrist and send you on about your way. That has to stop.
Okay.
It needs to stop now.
Okay. Well, ma'am, the Texas prison community advocates right now are addressing issues about, reforming our criminal justice system. We have a parole board system here that's obligated to the judicial branch of government. Why? Because our Texas governor down here is putting nothing but police officers, judges, and district attorneys on our parole board. But this whole operation is connected to one big joint operation. Like Mr. Ted Cruz, he is no good for nobody. Why? Because Mr. Ted Cruz have a racial mentality. The same way he tried to do the Supreme Court Justice, Mrs. Tundra. He was basically attacking that lady. Okay, and because he was attacking that lady like that, the congressman told him, hey, why are you attacking her? She's done everything she needs to do to be here. But that's the mentality of the representatives we have down here, the racial barriers and stuff that we have down here. So, ma'am, I would like to ask that, people have, support us. So, that's what
well, if they grab a copy of the magazine, in the back of the magazine, this month's magazine, April's magazine, in the back, yes.
Can I call you back?
In the back of the magazine, yes. In the back of the magazine, there is the
caller has hung up.
There's an opportunity for you guys to share. Y'all can contact the local Texas senator as well as the representative and voice your opinion. There's a generic letter that was printed up voicing your opinion. You can contact the senator, who is Ted Cruz, or you can contact the House representative. Her name is Monica De La Cruz. And basically, we're, expressing the corruption that's going on in the state of Texas and the wrongfully and overly incarcerated individuals that is within the Texas prison system. Something needs to be done about this. And it's not just happening in Texas. It's happening all over the United States. And we got to continue to be a voice. I give a shout out to my co-host over on the WBNN, to Dr. Chinchilla J, because this is something that she touches on every single Sunday. She touches on that and anything that right now she's touching on the voting and the things, the processes and stuff that's taking place in Philadelphia. For those that are in Philadelphia, coming up in May, you're going to have an opportunity to vote. You're going to be able to vote. I think she said there's 10 spots open for judges. If y'all know that the things that are taking place in Pennsylvania and the changes that need to be brought about, if you're in Pennsylvania and you have an opportunity to vote, please go out and vote. And this is what everybody in these small runoffs and these small elections, we need to allow our voice to speak. And these people that we vote into office that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, we need to get them out of office. We need to get them out of there. They need to be doing what they're supposed to be doing, what they said they was going to do. They need to be held accountable. If they're not going to do what they're supposed to be doing and they're supposed to be doing these things, we need to hold them accountable. We need to hold them accountable. It's all about accountability. If you say you're going to do something and you do the opposite of what you say, then they need to be gone. We need to get them up out of there. They're not going to do what we need them to do. We need to get them gone. I want to thank those that have tuned in on Blog Talk Radio. I appreciate each and every person that called in. This is Mr. Drummond calling back. I'm going to be ending my call on Blog Talk, but I'm going to continue this conversation over here on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, because it's a conversation that needs to be had. And I'm going to continue this conversation. But I want to thank everyone that tuned in on Blog Talk Radio this morning. I appreciate you guys. I pray that your Monday is blessed beyond what you can see in the natural. Know that the Queen loves you, and I appreciate everything that you guys do for tuning in every Monday morning. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I pray that this Monday is the best Monday of your life. I want you to go out on purpose, on purpose and be about purpose, y'all. Okay? I love you guys, and I want you to be blessed. Have a great week. And I'll see y'all back here next Monday.